Hi, I'm Mike McCormick here at the GBTA broadcast studio. I'm here with Tobias Ragge from HRS. Welcome, good to see you again.
Yes, likewise. Thank you very much for having me.
So tell me a little bit, what are the issues right now from your perspective, your customers? What are they facing? What are the key issues that they need to be concerned about?
Well, I think one of the key issues, obviously, as we're dealing with hospitality, it's a very fragmented marketplace. On the other hand, you have huge chain consolidation going on. So there's obviously a big issue about what does it mean for the rates, for the flexibility. There was an announcement, one of the major global chains saying we want to also tighten flexibility rules for the travelers.
Right.
And these are the major concerns, I think, for corporations nowadays, how to deal with a complex, fragmented, but also at the other end of the market, consolidating market.
Right, well, quite a conflicting set of issues, right? So, big misconception I think for corporations is that they really are capturing all their hotel spend. Is that the case? I mean, what do you see with corporations today? A lot of work to do still?
Well, I think hotels is the biggest area to improve.
Okay.
I think globally you can say if corporates have 60% of their spend under control, I think they're already categorized at good. And we're talking really about the biggest global customers we're also dealing with. And usually there's a huge maverick part, which is obviously more bigger in the European or in the Asian markets where there's higher fragmentation, maybe also lesser grip on how to manage travel professionally from the organizations there. So I think there's still lots of areas for improvement, but not only to capture the maverick spend, but also to optimize basically the already controlled managed spend.
Well, and this plays into even the duty of care discussion, right? Because you're not only capturing it for rate purposes, but you have to capture it for watching after, knowing where your travelers are, and really managing the types of properties they're staying in. It all fits together, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, duty of care nowadays, I mean, unfortunately we're living in this era of terrorism and insecurity, and so I think corporations have to take more control of where the travelers are. But it ties in with the question of real-time data.
Right.
Because the question is, in the past, basically duty of care was managed by tools where you would know where somebody's flying to. And then, okay, he has flown to Frankfurt or Boston,
right,
but you really don't know where the guy is staying. So hotels also are a crucial piece here in this equation because they can tell you where really people are, and to be able to tie in that data in real time and capturing that spend will be key for managing duty of care.
So you talked about consolidation in the one end of the marketplace. Do you see more consolidation coming? Is that the trend, or is it just another chapter that we're going through right now?
I mean, you always have an industry where margins are low and where you need heavy investments, and now due to the digitized environment, there needs to be heavy investment in the back-end systems.
Right.
You will see more consolidation, I think, just for the nature of the margins. The other fact is that there's new players like the Chinese groups wanting to step on the world stage. So they want to also get a piece of the cake, so they will also drive that consolidation. But we need to keep in mind, the chains are only making 24% of global supply.
Right.
So that end is massively consolidating. I think there's still more to be seen, but there's also a huge chunk of the business, 76%, which are independent, fragmented hotels.
So finally, words of advice for the travel buyers out there. What should they be focused on in the coming year?
Well, I think you need to talk about outsourcing travel programs to players who can manage this maybe more tactically and operationally. You should step up your game to become more a strategic guidance giver and somebody who sets the frame as a travel buyer. And the suppliers dealing with that need to be able to dynamically update the programs all the time, because we're right now running a process which runs 12 months. Every 12 months, you need completely dynamic overhaul of that. Every month you should review the data and change the policies and the program you have under your belt. So I think that is really my key advice. Outsource to a best-of-breed partner and make him accountable for delivering results.
Right. Terrific insights. Thank you again, and I'm Mike McCormick, live from GBTA Broadcast Studio.